first just congratulate Frank and his team. I thought they played, played very well, really in both halves. I think we was proud of the way our guys responded at the end of the first half and made a good run to actually steal the lead. I don't know if that was a bad thing, actually, in some ways, by taking the lead if our guys got a little complacent. But I think they turned it up another notch in the second half, and they made, I think it was 3 threes maybe right in a row that really just blew the game open, and we had a hard time with them. Offensively, it was hard for us. They did some good things, and once they got the crowd into the game and got some momentum, it was a tough sled for us for the rest of the way. Questions?
Brad, you mentioned the threes earlier on. They really couldn't hit one. Were you guys content to let them sit out there and try to shoot over the zone?
Well, we were. Neither team is a great three-point shooting team. I think we're both a little better than our stats show, but the zone certainly helped us in the first half. When you don't score like we didn't score, that puts an awful lot of pressure on your defense, and it puts them in transition, and it just makes things easier for them. But certainly the threes, by notice, were significant in a game like this.
You kind of alluded to it, but you're 5 of 28 in the second half. Was it just the combination of everything, the crowd and everything? Was it just
I think it was. I think we settled. I think, we're still learning how to play in some situations like that. It's hard to run offense against South Carolina the way they play. They make it really hard to make passes, so you almost have to become a little bit of a playmaking team. That's probably not our greatest strength this year without KJ. We're better. We probably need some more help with each other, and we just didn't do it. And our 5-man was in foul trouble and didn't really help us at all tonight, so that put more pressure on other guys. When you don't get anything out of the center position with the way they're playing, I think you're in trouble. You have to throw the ball inside. Rod didn't have a particularly good game, and so when 2 of your 3 better players don't play well, it's probably not going to win this game.
Brad, they came out in the zone there in the second half. What adjustments did you try to make that didn't work?
You know what? It wasn't the zone. They played the zone late after they got the big lead, and so it wasn't really the zone. The zone was fine for them, but by that time they already had a big enough lead. I think what Frank was doing is just making sure that we couldn't have quick possessions. By playing zone, we were going to use 15, 20 seconds of clock and shorten the game, which was a good move on his part. But I thought their man defense really bothered us, especially early in the game and then early in the second half.
Brad, this was a first true road game for you guys. Do you feel like that kind of factored into it some?
Maybe a little. Certainly I thought the crowd was good and, very vocal and supportive of their team and helped get those guys going through some things. We didn't handle it as well in the second half. We did some good things in the first half to overcome it, but, we just didn't have enough guys play well. And, we could have been playing outside, and it wouldn't have been much better.